It's Smith. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage, and this crowd giving this defense some juice.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Flagway. Fires to the right. Comes down. It's Livingston. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
Talking to this coaching staff, they felt they had matchups in the passing game that they could win, and they wanted to test this defense and see if they could take the top off. Well, you saw it right there. Opening drive of the game, they're being aggressive, they're taking a shot, and they come up with a big one. And trust me, fellas, they're going to keep taking those shots because they've got some dudes outside.
Let's talk for a second about Baylor. Breaking into the top 15 is one step closer to the college football playoff. You've made it this far. The dream is within reach. Question becomes, will they take the next step, Jesse?
But you got to keep winning. Now when we're talking about this team, you're hearing college football playoff in the same sentence because of where they're ranked in the top 15. So, David, as they move forward, they've got to continue to elevate and ascend with their talent and play on the field.
Yeah, and it's exciting, right? To be mentioned, it's exciting. To hear yourself talked about on shows and to be a team that's getting respect is great. Now, let's keep...
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. The Bears will punt this one away. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. He's got him this time. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Drives inside. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
That's got to feel good if you're the offense because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Wants to throw. It's Beck. Between the hashes, it's Martin. There he goes. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. The Nittany Lions are flying down the field. Red pass, it's complete. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like you could tell, they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Third and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. stop, but he's got enough to move the chain.
And that will go such a long way in deciding this football game. Who can win these short yardage situations? Who can be the more physical team? And this offense right here showing the work up front, man. The big boys all moving together, creating enough space. And I love the way Palmer, the back gets downhill, understands where the first down marker is.
Yeah, you know, some running backs just have a nose for it, and this guy does as well. He's able to sort of find the crease, make himself small, fit into those small spaces, and pick up the first to keep the offense on the field. It's all about momentum and being able to keep drives going. I know that's not going to really show up on any highlight reels, but that was a big play here for the offense.
He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Still third down, but more ground to cover after the flag. To the air, it's Beck. Throws to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Sowell. He's not going to get there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down decision.
That's a nice completion. I know you don't get the first down. You're obviously set up in field goal range here down in the red zone, but because you've got fourth and short now, you may decide to go for this if you're on offense.
Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! And the PAT makes it 7-0.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Beal. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Throwing, Lagway. Firing to the right, complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
And the Bears have it with a 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Morris. Turning it on. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Here's Lagway to pass. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. And the Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and goal. Trying to run, it's Wallace. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top as we get a look at the numbers so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. And he rolls into the
just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offense...
There he goes! He's at the 50. At the 30. He's at the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Baylor!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Deep in the end zone, it's Peoples. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
Coming out with it, it's Smith. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Baylor sends out the offense to go to work. This is a really important drive for this offense. They're sitting here down 2 touchdowns and needing to put something productive together now. Out wide left, it's Livingston. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these 2 guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
And you think the defense is dialed into this guy? Like, he's already had such a great start to the football game, and you know they're using him. Great job by this defense. Great adjustment. Great job being downhill, physical, fast right now, and getting him stopped.
Timeout taken here by the Nittany Lions. That'll be their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. These old girders are rocking on 3rd down here at Beaver Stadium. Trying to be heard above the noise. Gets rid of it.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Left side, it's Wallace. At the 45 on his way. And he was to the races, and he gets it to the 45. The Nittany Lions come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Sets his feet. It's Becht. Finds his tight end. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down.
I know he's got the height and the weight of a tight end, but, man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
And he almost had a pick.
Man, you know, you always look back in games at single plays that turn the tide. And with this defense now trailing by 2 possessions, if they could have just caught the ball and gotten that pick, that potentially changes everything in this game. That was a missed opportunity.
Long way to go on second down. From the gun, it's Wallace. Gain of 6. They're looking at 3rd and 4.
Draws are such a smart way to take advantage of fast defensive linemen. They want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. It keeps them honest, makes them realize they got to play the run too. Great play call.
Making the adjustment.
Sweet. Western. Where did he go?
They give it to him again. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Thought maybe they would consider the field goal here, but the offense is staying out there on 4th down. Using his feet, and he will not get there. How about this defense stopping that run short?
Yeah, and he calls his own number, tries to go get the first down, but he just couldn't get to it. Nice job by the defense, locking in, not letting him get that extra couple yards that he needed to get the big first down.
Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. And here comes the offense on second down. Flagway wants to throw. Caught. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Straight ahead, it's Beal. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. The hurry up now. Second down, clock ticking.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Got his man. Oh, he's got some space. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. And the Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Tight end now in motion. Looking for running room. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Unloads to the wideout. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
But look at this. They're not setting up to punt. They're going to try to cut into this lead, and this is a huge risk late in the half. The Bears call a timeout. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It is good. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Rush right in his face. Just a complete misfire.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking to throw, it's Beck. Stepping to the right. Throwing on the run. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback here. He extends the play. Nothing open right away. There's a little bit of pressure. He gets to the outside, tries to take a shot down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Working the big fella downfield and outside. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. Fresh set of downs going up top.
Well, on a lot of 3rd downs, tight ends can be a quarterback's best friend, but especially this guy. I mean, he's got a unique skill set catching the football. He could be the primary target, not just on this offense, but on offenses all around the country as well. And on that 3rd down, really nice route, gets the separation, able to make the catch. They pick up the first, and they keep this drive alive.
Quarterback changing the play. 2nd down to the air. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
Love the effort on defense that time. That looked like that was going to be a completion downfield, but the physicality of the defender jarred the ball loose.
First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Lagway. Moving out to the right. Fires to the wideout. Got him, and nobody's close. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
Well, they hit that deep crossing pattern, and a nice job by the quarterback there, keeping his eyes down the middle of the field. He's not telegraphing where he's going to throw it. He knows he's got to give his guy a chance to work through the traffic, get all the way across the field, but you can't let the defense know where you're going with it. So really good timing between those two on that play.
It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. He lets one fly deep. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line. Let's take a look at the USF Bulls taking on the Memphis Tigers.
Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage you would have gotten with a touchback.
And it's the Bulls sneaking out of here with an upset victory. Gonna have to see how the rankings shake up following this outcome. That victory is a positive in what has been a very disappointing 3-9 season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
The Nittany Lions with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Out wide left, it's Sowell. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few. Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Hits inside. It's Wallace. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Keep it on the ground. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down. The Nittany Lions kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. In the red area, it's Wallace. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Follows his blocks. It's Martin. Got enough space, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point sails through for a 28-10 lead. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. Fielded in the end zone. It's Smith. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Handoff from the gun. Driven back. The Bears want to pick up the tempo. Lagway will try to get it from the gun on 3rd down. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
And that's a big throw. That's a big-time throw on third and really long, making a play, not putting the ball in harm's way. But I love what the defense did, man. They understood where the sticks were, and they weren't letting their playmaker get behind there. They were going to come up, make a sure tackle, and force the fourth down. And now you can make the decision on what you want it to be.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Fourth down, Lagway. Unloads it left. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation.
Touchdown, Penn State! And the punishment has been extended. Running up to Adam.